Okay, this week there was the first presidential Democrat debate. There was also the Republican debate, but I didn't get round to watching that because it was really long. So this shows that Sanders isn't infallible because of the whole goon policy thing. And I think that it showed that there was a clear Sanders victory in the debate because of the fact that an average of 70% was on to Sanders of the 6 contenders, I believe it was, in the CNN polls. And CNN decided to declare Clinton victorious, even though the all polls said otherwise. Obviously, we learn about the fact that the Trans-Pacific Partnership is very hated by people, and it is even under criticism by Clinton, saying it wasn't exactly what she wanted, as she was a pioneer of it. And then, of course, the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Treaty is somewhat related to that, and that's under attack from a lot of protesters, especially in Berlin, where the protesters are saying the same kind of thing you'd expect them to be saying. They're saying that what it does, basically, it says that you need to get your Crocs on and move, because, I mean, if you want to be any further away from America, that is, because soon enough, Europe and America, you aren't going to be able to differentiate. The last part of the presidential Democrat debate thing is the fact that I think Sanders won, but is hit very hard over gun control because of all the leftists against gun control, including myself. Next news item is Corbyn, who is to become the leader of the CND, which is the Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament, which is on top of the fact that he was one of the leaders in the anti-apartheid movement. He was also one of the leaders in the anti-Syrian conflict, or at least anti-Syrian military intervention conflict kind of stuff. And also, the second Prime Minister's questions. Bullying comes back by them laughing and laughing over those real people that he brought in. And Corbyn held his own in his face. He basically just did this. And it was almost as good as bloody John Bursker, the Speaker of the House, telling him to calm down. Cameron, EU reforms to be listed in November, which is quite a delay because of the fact that we were expecting to get them a lot earlier on in the year when he was meant to be conferring with the EU over what he wants to go and what he wants to stay. Okay, some very sad news. The largest elephant killed in over 30 years in Africa has been killed for 39,000, the equivalent of £39,000, which is very sad because of the fact that elephant poaching should be illegal. By far, it's not a cool thing to do. I mean, if you have ivory in anything that you own, then basically you should probably throw it out, first of all. But secondly, why? There's 2 new Lockerbie bombing suspects, which obviously Lockerbie was bombed by Gaddafi's orders, supposedly that's what he admitted to, but then there's 2 new Libyans who have been shown as suspects of the people who actually did the bombing. Turkey refused and criticised the deal with EU over the migrant inhabitation in their own country because of the fact that people have been outcrying about the fact that Turkey isn't taking anyone in, even though we all know that Turkey actually can. But, you know, fair enough. Okay, straight on to the next section, because this, I've done it as a short one, I've made it quicker, faster, whatever. Hoping that it's not too fast or too quick. The victims, obviously, the elephant in Africa and fellow poached animals. The immigrants struck by the crisis, those on the boats that have drowned, and those who've got into countries and been harassed. Palestinians killed in bombings and attacks by Israelis, which of course did not get covered at all in the news. However, the next part, the Israelis being knifed by Palestinians, did. The next section, Hope. Malaria is found accidentally to be a way to kill cancer, which is quite good. Veteran Sean Gobin uses hikes to help his comrades through trauma. He also has been doing safe passage for school kids and all the things like that. He's a brilliant guy. You should look him up. Sean Gobin is his name. SeanGobin, just in case you didn't know how to spell it. The backpacker Maggie Doyne has given her life savings to building like home for orphans in the Nepals. And that's because of the fact that after backpacking, she sold them and she thought, well, I need to help these people. So she got a life savings together around £5,000 and helped build a home for them. Manoj, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Manoj Bhargava uses money made from an energy drink which made him a millionaire overnight to fund his power plants in Indian villages, which is like some weird biking thing, but power is good as long as it's safe, and it is safe, which is good. Ecologically good power is always good. Also, on the fact of ecological power, a new tidal power plant in Wales is finally being fucking built after everybody's been asking it for so long. Because it's Wales, the coast of Wales has one of the most fierce tides of all the coasts of England, and England needs tidal energy because we are a coastal country. That's what we do. We are an island, first and foremost. But anyway, it's meant to be able to power 155,000 homes for over 120 years, and that's upcoming. So let's hope that comes soon enough, sooner rather than later. Anyway, over the last 20 years, Dr. Jim Withers in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, is bringing the homeless free quality medical care, which is quite a massive fuck you in the face of the idiots who don't seem to think that Obamacare is doing any good, and they think that free healthcare is some kind of socialist haven, and it doesn't work, even though it does. Kathy Aker has filled over 200 backpacks after only thinking she'd fill about 20 of love, which is love used as to explain the fact that it's hats, gloves, snacks, and stuff that they'll need over the winter, and this is for homeless people in St. Louis, Missouri. Okay, on to music again, because, who doesn't like a bit of music? So, for rock, we've got a few new things. The Deaf, who I only just recently found through Spotify Discover. Thank you, Spotify. And it's their debut album, The Deaf. This has come out very recently. It's very garage rock, very nice. Broken Men, The Outsider. I like The Broken Men a lot. The Outsider was from last year, but not that many people seem to know anything about it. So it's just like their picture on Spotify is one of the guys, because he has a big beard, but instead of the normal beard, it's just like colourful rainbowiness, and it's beautiful. Just that. Just go and just for that, okay. The standout is one of the best things that's happened to music in a long time. The Eagles of Death Metal. They have come out with a new album, Zipper Down, and I am so happy about that. For pop, we have ELO, the Electronic Light Orchestra, releasing When I Was a Boy and When the Night Comes, which are quite good songs. I kind of like them. Lamar, Higher Love. He is a very good singer. They Might Be Giants, Glean. Of course, Glean is quite old, and I've listened to it for quite a while now, but I thought not that many people know of They Might Be Giants, so I may as well add it in. A new-ish thing called Pix, P-I-X-X, and they've released an album called Fall In. The standout is Guy Garvey's Unwind, which is very peaceful, kind of a poppy, rocky vibe. It's nice. If you actually want to unwind, then that's a good album to do so too. Electronica, and we've got these people, Robot Face, with an album called Caravan Palace. I didn't see much else, although the Gorillaz are hopefully coming back very soon. But the standout, out of only two things, but it's still a very good standout, is The Prodigy, The Day Is My Enemy, and of course they also released The Night Is My Friend, which is an EP. But I mean, together they work very well. It's fucking fantastic. I love The Prodigy. They have been consistently excellent. Hip hop also has some new stuff. Angel Hayes, Back to the Woods, quite good. And Sam Henshaw, The Sound Experiment, which I would definitely admit is very much so a sound experiment. Okay, the final thing is the fact that the University of Beijing has banned the Magna Carta because it's too controversial. So, I mean, obviously it's too controversial for them because they're a government full of Johns looking over a kingdom of Philips. Okay, thanks. That's the end of that. See you guys next time.